Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode of SpongeBob Now. Today, I will be talking about Keep Bikini Bottom Beautiful, and a pal for Gary. First, I'm going to talk about Keep Bikini Bottom Beautiful. Enjoy. In the beginning of the episode, Squidward exits his house and deems it to be a beautiful day. He goes down the street, dancing, but steps on some gum and falls. He frantically tries to get it loose. When he finally does, the gum is tossed aside. Officer John sees the gum and inspects it. He then walks over to Squidward, thinking he littered, and asks Squidward about the gum, to which Squidward replies that he just stepped in it. Officer John does not believe him, so he gives him a ticket, sentencing him to community service. It then cuts to Squidward picking up trash. Then Squilliam comes along and brags about the statue that was made of him just for cleaning up Bikini Bottom in only 1 week, which challenges Squidward to try to clean it up in only 1 day. Squilliam then gets out a tissue and blows his nose on it and drops it on the ground, to make cleaning up more difficult for him. Officer John comes along, sees the tissue, and thinks Squidward dropped it. He then gives Squidward yet another ticket. When Squidward looks for a place to put his trash, he sees that all the cans and dumpsters are full, so he borrows a kid's toy wagon. Mabel sees Squidward with the trash and she tells everyone it is trash day. Soon the trash in the wagon becomes a trash mountain. SpongeBob comes out of one of the garbage bags and offers Squidward to help him when he discovers the life cycle of a Krabby Patty that was thrown out. Then the boy and his mother appear, with the boy telling his mother to beat Squidward to a pulp for stealing his wagon. Squidward is thrashed up and covered in garbage. Officer John thinks Squidward made the mess and gives him another ticket. Squidward then accepts SpongeBob's offer and SpongeBob gets rid of all the trash. Squidward goes home and relaxes until he realizes his house is made of garbage. He runs outside and sees that the garbage was made into a replica of his own house. Officer John gives Squidward 2 tickets, one for the garbage house and one for the first ticket falling on the ground. Squidward gets so angry, his nerves spell out, "I am angry." SpongeBob asks why and Squidward finds out his house is on top of the replica because the dump is closed. SpongeBob took it to his house by sucking the garbage onto his body. When SpongeBob talks, garbage comes out of his mouth, leading Officer John to give Squidward another ticket. Squidward puts the trash-filled SpongeBob in SpongeBob's own bin, which gives Squidward another ticket for putting his trash in someone else's garbage bin. SpongeBob finds out that the reason why Squidward wants to get rid of the trash is to get a statue of himself. SpongeBob makes a statue of Squidward made of the garbage. Squilliam says the statue is just like Squidward, having the stench of failure. The stench melts Squilliam's statue, ruining it, and Squilliam unexpectedly gets a ticket from Officer John, to Squidward's joy. However, though, Officer John gives both SpongeBob and Squidward tickets for creating the statue made of garbage, as the episode ends. Next, I'm going to talk about a pal for Gary. Enjoy. The episode starts at SpongeBob's house, where he is feeding Gary. Afterward, he has to leave for work, but Gary wants to go for a walk. SpongeBob tells him that he does not have time to give him one and sadly walks away to work, feeling remorseful that he had no time to hang out with Gary. As he goes to the Krusty Krab, he notices that Mr. Krabs refuses to give one customer service on account of him bringing his pet worm into the restaurant. This reminds SpongeBob of the fact that Gary is home alone with nobody to keep him company, prompting him to make a remorseful phone call reminding Gary that he will arrive home soon. As SpongeBob gets off work at night, Mr. Krabs tells him that he needs help with loading coal out of the parking lot, but SpongeBob cannot help as he has to get back to Gary at home. Mr. Krabs lets him off the hook so long as he comes in work 5 hours earlier the following day to help with the parking lot. As SpongeBob is walking home, he notices a truck selling Puffy Fluffs, which catch his attention due to their cute appearance. However, the lady selling them informs him of their danger. They are extremely vicious and hostile toward other pets, especially snails, but SpongeBob does not pay attention and simply runs off with a green Puffy Fluff without paying for it, the lady commenting aside that nobody listens to her. SpongeBob comes home and shows Gary his new playmate while he is at work. He names it Puffy Fluffy, and places them next to one another to have them get along as he makes an enchiladas meal. Anytime SpongeBob is not present, Puffy makes blatant threats to Gary, but SpongeBob fails to notice Puffy Fluffy's impending danger and instead accuses Gary of perpetrating violence against him or ignoring him. As punishment for causing trouble, Gary is put to sleep early tonight, next to Puffy Fluffy. Then SpongeBob himself goes upstairs to sleep, berating Gary again when he disturbs him. Over the night, Puffy continues to threaten Gary as if he is going to kill him. Gary tries many defense mechanisms, but it turns out that Puffy Fluffy is stronger than him, making Gary more vulnerable to his abuse. They continue fighting throughout the night, which eventually carries into the library, causing a house fire made by Puffy Fluffy, who knocked over SpongeBob's fireplace, and SpongeBob does not wake up once, since he slept peacefully and dreamed that he was in his grandmother's house. Gary was able to put it out. The next day, SpongeBob wakes up to find that his house is a mess and assumes that Gary caused it out of jealousy of his new friend. He then walks into his exercise room to find Puffy Fluffy about to eat Gary alive, but, oblivious to Puffy Fluffy's blatant abuse, once again accuses Gary of harassing him. Puffy eventually traps SpongeBob as well, which gives Gary the idea to save him by getting out his lasso and freeing SpongeBob, and intimidating Puffy, who runs off after Gary presents his defense. Despite this, SpongeBob still believes that Gary was responsible for Puffy Fluffy's violent behavior. The episode ends with SpongeBob at work again, this time bringing Gary after the policy has been updated to allow animals in the restaurant, so he won't be lonely anymore to his dismay. Mr. Krabs hires Gary as the restaurant's second fry cook, as the episode ends. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos. Goodbye everyone.